story of kindness, good association and love for Krishna. Long, long ago, there lived a 5-year-old boy named Narada. Narada was not a naughty child. He was quiet, gentle and well-behaved. He did not waste his time in unnecessary games, and he spoke only what was needed. His mother was a simple maidservant. She served some great sages who were devotees of the Lord. During the rainy season, these sages stayed together in one place. The little helper Narada loved serving these great sages. He would help them whenever he could. He listened carefully when they spoke about spiritual life and about Lord Krishna. One day, the sages kindly allowed Narada to honor the remnants of their food. Something wonderful happened. By accepting their prasadam and serving them with sincerity, Narada's heart became purified. He began to develop a natural attraction for spiritual life. "I want to hear more." The sages regularly discussed and glorified the beautiful activities of Lord Krishna. Narada listened very carefully. The more he heard, the more he wanted to hear. He thought, "Krishna's stories are so wonderful. I want to hear more and more." His taste for hearing about Krishna continued to grow. By listening to the devotees, Narada gradually became peaceful and developed strong faith. Narada's heart changes. Narada became very attached to these wonderful sages. He served them sincerely. He followed their instructions with his body and mind. The sages could see that this little boy had a very sincere heart. Before leaving, they gave Narada important spiritual instructions. Their association had changed his life forever. A difficult turn. After the sages left, Narada returned to his simple life with his mother. He was her only son, and she loved him very much. Narada was still only 5 years old and depended completely upon her. One night, something very sad happened. Narada's mother went outside to milk a cow. While she was walking, a snake bit her leg. Because of the arrangement of time, Narada's mother passed away. Narada was now completely alone. Narada's choice. Narada was very young. He could have become frightened. He could have become angry. But instead, he thought, perhaps Krishna has a special plan for me. He accepted what had happened as the mercy of the Lord. Then he decided to travel northward, searching for spiritual truth. The Great Journey. Narada walked through many places. He saw fields and farms, towns and villages, mountains, beautiful gardens, forests, lakes and rivers, singing birds, beautiful lotus flowers. But eventually he entered some deep and frightening forests. There were snakes, owls and jackals. The journey became difficult. Narada became hungry, thirsty and tired. Finally he found water. He took a bath and drank some water. He felt refreshed. Then he found a peaceful place beneath a banyan tree. There he sat down and began to meditate upon the Lord. The most wonderful moment. Narada closed his eyes. He remembered the teachings of the sages. He remembered Krishna. His heart became filled with devotion. As he meditated upon the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, tears of love began to roll down his cheeks. And then, Krishna appeared within his heart. Narada experienced tremendous spiritual happiness. For a moment he was completely absorbed in that wonderful experience. Where did Krishna go? Suddenly, the vision disappeared. Narada opened his eyes. Krishna was no longer visible. Narada desperately tried to see him again. He closed his eyes. He concentrated. He tried again and again, but he could not see Krishna. He became very sad. He cried, "I want to see Krishna again." Krishna speaks to Narada. Then Narada heard the beautiful voice of the Lord. Krishna told him that he would not see him again during that lifetime. But Krishna explained something very special. Narada had seen him once because Krishna wanted to increase Narada's desire to serve him. The more Narada sincerely desired Krishna, the more his material desires would disappear. And Krishna assured him that sincere service to the absolute truth would give Narada firm intelligence and devotion, eventually bringing him to the Lord's transcendental world. And that little boy became Narada Muni. Narada continued his life remembering Krishna. The association of devotees had changed his heart. The teachings of the sages had given him direction. His hearing about Krishna had awakened his love for the Lord. And that little 5-year-old boy eventually became the great Narada Muni, the divine sage who travels throughout the universe, glorifying the name and glories of the Lord. Practical message from Narada's story. Your association shapes your heart. Who we listen to, spend time with, and learn from gradually shapes who we become. 2. Small acts of service can create big changes. Narada was only 5, but his sincere service to devotees transformed his life. 3. What we repeatedly hear becomes what we naturally love. Narada repeatedly heard about Krishna and gradually developed a deep desire to know and serve him. 4. Difficult situations can become spiritual opportunities. When Narada lost his mother, he did not become bitter. He trusted Krishna and used the situation to move closer to him. 5. Sincere effort matters more than age or position. Narada had no wealth, power, or special status. He simply heard, served, remembered, and developed faith.